Shalom, shalom. Peace and blessings. Hey, look, I know I ain't did no song series in a minute, man. It's been a minute, but it's been on my spirit, so I'm back at it. My video should be uploading New Covenant. I just addressed the New Covenant. I will make a part 2 and 3 and have many as needed to, bring out every detail of it, because it's a lot. But we picking up in Psalms 77. Psalms chapter 77. Hold on. Psalms chapter 77. Yeah. Psalm 77 verse 1. And it say, I cried unto Yahweh with my voice, even unto Yahweh with my voice, and he gave ear unto me. In the day of my trouble, I sought the Most High. My sword ran in the night and ceased not. My soul refused to be comforted. So he was basically saying he was discomforted. I remember Yahweh and was troubled. I complained and my spirit was overwhelmed. Salah. Thou holdest my eyes waking, and I am so troubled that I cannot speak. I have considered the days of old, the years of ancient times. I call to remembrance my song in the night. I commune with my own heart, and my spirit made diligent search. Will the Lord cast off forever, or will he be favorable no more? Is his mercy clean gone from forever? Does his promises fail forevermore? Have the Most High forgotten to be gracious? Have he in anger shut up his tender mercies? Salah. Think on that. We already know. You know what I'm saying? It may feel like that sometimes, but when you keep your side of the bargain, he gonna keep his side of the bargain. So it's verse 10. And I said, this is my infirmity, but I will remember the years of the right hand of the Most High. Remember the years of the right hand of the Most High. I will remember the works of the Most High. Surely I will remember the wonders of old. I will meditate also of all thy works and talk of thy doings. Thy ways, O Yah, is in the sanctuary. Who is so great a God as our power? Thou art the power that doest wonders. Thou hast declared thy strength among the people. Thou hast with thine arm redeemed thy people, the sons of Jacob and Joseph. Salah. The waters say thee, O Yah. The waters say thee. They were afraid. The depths also were troubled. The clouds poured out water. The sky sent out a sound. Thine arrows also went abroad. The voice of thy thunder was in the heaven. The lightning lightened the whole world, or lightened the world. The earth trembled and shook. Peep this. Thy way is in the sea, and thy path in the great waters. Now, we went into this mystery right here. His path being in the sea, and that going into the footprints. You know what I'm saying? The footprints actually dealing with his real footsteps that he took on earth. And it said it wasn't tracked because it was on the water and also upon the cloud. His feet upon the cloud, right? Similar to like if you took a step in water or on a cloud, you can't get no DNA print from the fingerprint. And it's crazy that the Bible knew the depths of a footprint. Because it's like you take a footprint, and then leave a mark in the dirt. But today, you can literally get fingerprints and footprints and stuff like that. And it actually you can use it to track the same way that they tracked back then. So it say, thy way is in the sea, and the path in the great waters, and thy footsteps are not known. You see that? Not known because it wasn't tracked. Thou leadest thy people like a flock by the hand of Moses and Aaron. That's how you know who it's talking about. Hold up.
Cut from this cloth. I'm good at this art. Studying these scriptures, yeah, I'm learning the law. I'm setting apart from anything that's taking me or leading me off. Been praying more. I got 2 baby boys that need my support. Mama had her burdens, but God brought his joy. Lord, lift my brother's spirits, block them devils that's interfering. Yeah, I need you here right with me. Bring deliverance, Yeah. I'm suffering loss, cause I gave him my heart. Knives in my back, but he avenged the boy. No actor in true rapping, but I give you a show. Yeah, I give you a show. No need for spotlight, yeah, my spirit just glow. I roll with the lambs, never chasing the goats. Rebels to the Catholic, yeah, I spit on the Pope. Who care if I'm wrong? This is more than a song, hold up.
Unapologetic with the Hebrew aesthetic. Ignited like a fire by the words when I read it. Inflated like a tire, yeah, I'm filled with the spirit. I only make these songs for my people to hear it. Unite like a unit, all the nations gon' fear it. They letting off bombs and they shooting while we collecting as children. It's getting dark and it's gloomy. Come to this ark that we building. Who gon' enter in this rest? I wanna get in. Ain't no spot in this world for me to fit in. I'ma keep on enduring to the ending. Yeah. Who gon' enter in this rest? I wanna get in. Ain't no spot in this world I need to fit in. I'ma keep on enduring to the ending. Yeah. Yo, Shalom. All praise to the Most High, first and foremost. We back again in this Psalm series, you know what I'm saying? It don't stop. I stopped at Psalm 78 last time. I ain't have enough time to finish, you know what I'm saying? I read 77, so I'm gonna pick up at 78. All praises. So, Psalms chapter 78, verse 1. Give ear, O my people, to my law. Incline your ears to the words of my mouth. You see that? To the law, the words of his mouth. So if Messiah is the word of Yah, wouldn't that make him the law as well? Keep the law. I will open my mouth in a parable. You see that? Who opened their mouth in parables? Who spoke in parables? I will utter dark sayings of old. Why is it of old? Because the covenant was of old. So he's revealing the ancient knowledge. What's that scripture? It say the ancient hidden knowledge that is revealed in the Mashiach. You know what I'm saying? He revealed all these things that was hidden to the prophets. They only saw portions and pieces of it. Like it said, Moses saw my glorious day. Abraham saw his day. All the prophets saw it with a veil, like a shadow. They could only see the figure of it. Because it's like if you look at a shadow, you could see somebody figure, their image. But you can't actually see them. Like, it's a dark shadow. So, it's a shadow of things to come because it's not you don't see every detail. In the shadow, you just see the outline, the figure. You see what I'm saying? That makes sense, right? Verse 3. Which we have heard and known, and our fathers have told us. You see that? based off the same things passed down from our ancestors. The foreshadow. Because they all foreshadow the Messiah. In every story, in every way. It's crazy. It say, we will not hide them from their children, showing to the generation to come the praises of the Most High and his strength and his wonderful works that he have done. For he established a testimony in Jacob. You see that? He established a testimony in Jacob and appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers that they should make them known to their children, that the generation to come might know them, even the children which should be born, who should arise and declare them to their children, that they might set their hope in the Most High Yahweh, and not forget the works of Yahweh, but keep his commandments. It might not be as their fathers, a stubborn and rebellious generation, a generation that set not their heart aright, and whose spirit was not steadfast with Yahweh. The children of Ephraim, being armed and carry bows, turned back in the day of battle. They kept not the covenant of Yah, and refused to walk in his laws, and forgot his works and his wonders that he had showed them. Marvelous things did he in the sight of their fathers, in the land of Egypt, in the field of Zoan. He divided the sea and cast them to pass through, and made the waters to stand as a heap. In the daytime also he led them with a cloud, and all the night with the light of fire. He clave the rocks in the wilderness, and gave them drink out of the great depths. He brought streams also out of the rock, and caused waters to run down like the rivers. And they sinned yet more against him by provoking the Most High in the wilderness. And they tempted Yahweh in their hearts by asking meat for their lust. You see that? Let's get that, y'all. Exodus 16 and 2. For lust. You see that? We lusted after meat. And let's see what the Most High said. And the whole, Exodus 16:2, and the whole congregation of Israel murmured against Moses and Aaron in the wilderness. And the children of Israel said unto them, would to the Most High we have died by the hand of the Lord in the land of Egypt, where he sat by the flesh pots, and where he did eat bread to the full. For ye have brought us forth into this wilderness to kill this whole assembly with hunger. Then said the Most High unto Moses, behold, I will rain bread from heaven for you, and the people shall go out and gather a certain rate every day, that I may provoke them. That I may prove them whether they will walk in my law or no. And it shall come to pass that on the 6th day that they shall prepare that which they shall bring in, it shall be twice as much as they gather daily. So all the murmuring we did, the Most High still blessed us with manna, free food from heaven. And guess what? They still complained after that for meat. So the Most High was like, all right, you can eat meat. I'll give you some meat, but you going to eat it until it come out your nose. You going to eat it so much until it start coming out your nose. That's deep to me. I thought that's what that verse was going to read, but I have to find it. I ain't got time for that. But yeah, now we eating meat and all type of stuff, and it's coming all out our nose, out our pores and stuff like that, bro. You can lust more than sexually, as we can see. Verse 19, it say, yea, they spake against Yahweh, and they said, can Yahweh furnish a table in the wilderness? Behold, he smote the rock that the waters gushed out, and the streams overflowed. Can he bring bread also? Can he provide flesh for his people? Therefore the Most High heard this and was wroth. So a fire was kindled against Jacob, and again anger also came up against Israel, because they lived not in Yahweh and trusted not in his salvation. They didn't live in him or trust in his salvation. And it's crazy because they had something physical to look at. They had a pillar of fire in the daytime. They had a pillar of fire in the nighttime, a pillar of smoke in the daytime. Something physical. And they still murmured. They still didn't, what did it say? They still didn't walk in him. They did not believe in him or trust in his salvation. Because if they did, they wouldn't have murmured, and they would have got from Egypt to Israel way quicker than 40 years. Verse 23, it say, though he had commanded the clouds from above, oh, sleepy, bro. Though he had commanded the clouds from above, and opened the doors of heaven, and had rained down manna upon them to eat, and had given them of the corn of heaven, man did eat angels' food. He sent them meat to the full. He caused an east wind to blow in the heaven, and by his power he brought in the south wind. He rained flesh also upon them as dust, and feathered fowls like as the sand of the sea. And he let it fall in the midst of their crowd, their camp around about their habitation. So they did eat and were filled, well filled, for he gave them their own desire. So he let flesh come down, manna, he gave them abundance of things. They were not estranged from their lust, but while their meat was yet in their mouths, the wrath of God came upon them and slew the fattest of them, and smote down the chosen men of Israel. For all this they sinned still, and believed not for his wondrous works. Therefore their days did he consume in vanity, and their years in trouble. Shoot. When he slew them, then they sought him, and they returned and inquired early after God, after Yah. And they remembered that Yahweh was their rock, and the Most High their Redeemer. Nevertheless, they did flatter him with their mouth, and they lied unto him with their tongues. For their hearts was not right with him, neither were they steadfast in his covenant. But he, being full of compassion, forgave their iniquities and destroyed them not. Yea, many a time turned he his anger away, and did not stir up all his wrath. So many times the Most High laid back and didn't do what he really could have did, or probably not should have, but what he could have did, because we were so disobedient. And he didn't forgive us. It's just like a child. You know your child gonna mess up every day or do something. So, you show that mercy until they really push the line, and then you gotta be like, all right. So like, all right, watch this. Here we go. Verse 38. We still Psalm 78. Verse 38. But he, being full of compassion, forgave their iniquity and destroyed them not. Yea, many times he turned his anger away and did not stir up all his wrath. For he remembered that they were but flesh, a wind that passeth away and cometh not again. How often did they provoke him in the wilderness and grieve him in the desert? Yea, they turned back and tempted Yahweh and limited the Holy One of Israel. Remember who the Holy One of Israel is. They remember not his hand, nor the day when he delivered them from the enemy. How he had wrought his signs in Egypt and his wonders in the field of Zoan. It had turned their rivers into blood. Their rivers into blood and their floods that they could not drink. And he sent diverse sorts of flies among them, which devoured them, and frogs, which he destroyed. And he gave them incense unto caterpillar and he gave also their increase unto caterpillar and their labor unto the locust. He destroyed the vines with hail and their sycamore trees with frost. And he gave up. You see how the Most High used natural things to punish people? The 10 plagues in Egypt, the water, the hail, the wind, the cold, insects, beasts, natural body diseases and stuff, boils. You know what I'm saying? He gave their cattle also to the hail and their flocks to the thunderbolts. He also upon them the fierceness of his anger, wrath, and indignation and trouble. Watch this. It says he sent wrath, indignation, trouble, anger by sending evil angels among them. By sending evil angels among them. Now I got a special treat for y'all. I'll probably do a next video. Either continue with a song series, or I'm going to do another New Covenant video. These are the next ones I got lined up. Another song series, New Covenant video. And I'm going to touch on this Apocrypha book I got. 84 book Apocrypha. And I'm going to be bringing out the Ascension of Isaiah. And it deal with a lot of stuff that's deep. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a treat. So I'm going to bring that out soon. But it reminded me of that because he's speaking about evil angels. And we know when we read Job, it talk about the evil angels and how they do what they do, aka Satan. People make it seem like Satan is in hell right now. That's not the case. Satan roams the earth to and fro, and then he goes back up to get a mission. Just like with Job. The same type of mission they got sent on with Job, he's still doing that right now to brothers like me and brothers and sisters in the faith. You know what I'm saying? The evil angels is what? The left-hand angels. Go read Job, and you will see it talk about the angels that stood on the right side of the Most High, and then the angels that stood on the left side of the Most High at the throne to be adversity to the right side. Good, evil. And then what? When you read in Chronicles, I forgot what it's at. It might have been Ahaz, with King Ahaz, when you're reading about him, and it tell you how the Most High set him up to go into battle, to die. And he asked all the prophets beforehand, like, should I go? Should I go and do this? You think if I go, the Most High gonna be with me? Should I go? Should I go? He asked up to 70 prophets. Even, who was that prophet? Who was the famous prophet in that time? Was it Samuel? No. Oh, what was that prophet name? The one that spoke he said, this prophet always speak bad things to me. He never speak no good words to me. It's always something bad. And he asked all the prophets, like, man, should I go up and do this? And they like, yeah, you should go. The Most High said you're going to prevail if you go. So he asked this prophet that always give him a wrong answer. And even he said, yeah, you'll be good. You should go up. The Most High going to deliver it into your hands. You'll be good. But the Most High sent a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. So that's the evil angel right there, speaking a lying thing to the mouth of the prophets. So what? That king could fall to his demise. You know? It was all in the Most High's plan. So verse 50, it said, he made a way to his anger, and he spared not their soul from death, but gave their life over to pestilence, and smote all the firstborn in Egypt, the chief of their strength in the tabernacles of Ham, but made his own people to go forth like sheep, guiding them in the wilderness like a flock. And he led them on safely, so that they feared not. But the sea overwhelmed their enemies, and he brought them to the borders of his sanctuary, even to this mountain which his right hand had purchased. He cast out the heathen also before them, and divided them an inheritance by line, and made the tribes of Israel to dwell in their tents. Yet they tempered and provoked the Most High Yahweh, and kept not his testimonies, but turned back and dealt unfaithfully like their fathers. They were turned aside like a deceitful bow, and they provoked him to anger with their high places, and moved him to jealousy with their graven images. And when Yahweh heard this, he was wroth and greatly abhorred Israel. Abhorred means hate. So he abhorred Israel for a time being. It wasn't permanent. So that he forsook the tabernacle of Shiloh, the tent which he had placed among them, and delivered his strength into captivity, and his glory into the enemy's hands. You see that? His glory. Because this go into the New Testament in Corinthians. When they talk about the glory of a man. The glory of the Most High, Yahweh, is Yahweh Shai, because he is the image of God, bodily. He's the house of God. You know what I'm saying? So he's the image, he's the glory of him. Glory, in a sense, you could look at glory as like putting on a garment. Glory is like a garment that you put on. And that garment is flesh. So the Most High God is a spirit, or I should say, the Most High Yahweh is a spirit, and he needed somewhere to dwell in. Just like in the Old Testament, a foreshadow of him dwelling in a temple with the first covenant, the Ark of the Covenant. The Ark of the Covenant represented a man, because it was made of of wood. I forgot the exact wood, but it was made of wood, and it was painted on the outside gold, and on the inside gold, representing man, because man is flawed, flesh, wood, tree, dirt. But we shall be like gold, tried through the fire, right? Through Hamashiach. And then also the Ark of the Covenant top, because it's a box, it's a chest, right? The top of it is fully gold. The top of it is fully gold. So The same way the Most High glory is in his Son, because he is the head, that gold, solid gold that closed the Ark of the Covenant on top, that represent the Most High. And then when everything was set up in place, the smoke that traveled with them physically that they seen would descend down into the temple, into the Ark of the Covenant, and in the holy place. This represented God dwelling inside of man, his spirit dwelling inside of us. First, the Messiah. Because why? He is the image, and then who's the next? Man is the image of Messiah. He's our head. So just like we, the Ark of the Covenant, the head, Messiah, is that gold piece on the top. Right? And then it says that the glory of the man is the woman. Just like the bride, Israel. The bride is the glory of God, because just like the man and the wife is his glory, it's the same way with the Most High and his possession, his bride. You see what I'm saying? The glory of a woman is her what? Her hair. Why? Because your hair is an extension of yourself. It's deep. Your hair is an extension of yourself. So it is the glory of a woman to have long hair. That hair, it's a representation. And I'm gonna do a breakdown on First Corinthians chapter 11, because people butcher that. And I'm talking about butcher. When I say butcher, I'm talking about Benny the Butcher. Like, all right, I'm gonna stop ranting, but I just want y'all to get that, you know. Dang, where I stopped. Okay, cool. Verse 58. For they provoked him to anger with their high places, and moved him to jealousy with their graven images. When Yahweh heard this, he was wroth and greatly abhorred Israel, so that he forsook the tabernacle of Shiloh, the tent which he had placed among them, and delivered them into captivity. I read that. He gave his people over also unto the sword, and was wroth with his inheritance. The fire consumed their young men, and their maidens were not given to marriage. Their priests fell by the sword, and their widows made no lamentation. Then the Most High awaked as one out of sleep, and like a mighty man that shouteth by reason of wine. And he smote his enemies in the hinder parts, and he put them to perpetual reproach. Moreover, he refused the tabernacle of Joseph, and chose not the tribe of Ephraim, but chose the tribe of Judah, the Mount Zion, which he loved. And he built his sanctuary like high places, like the earth which he had established forever. He chose David, also his servant, and took him from the sheepfolds, from following the ewes great with young. He brought him to feed Jacob his people, and Israel his inheritance. So he fed them according to the integrity of his heart, and guided them by the skillfulness of his hands. I'm going to read 79 and then I'm going to cut it. Psalms chapter 79. O Yah, the heathen are come into thine inheritance. The holy temple have they defiled, and they have laid Jerusalem on heaps. The dead bodies of thy servants have been given to be meat unto the fowls of heaven, the flesh of thy saints unto the beasts of the earth. Their blood have they shed like water round about Jerusalem, and there was none to bury them. We are become a reproach to our neighbors, a scorn and a derision to them that are round about us. How long, Yah, wilt thou be angry forever? Shall thy jealousy burn like fire? Pour out thy wrath upon the heathen that have not known thee, and upon the kingdoms that have not called upon thy name. For they have devoured Jacob and laid waste his dwelling place. Do y'all understand? When the nations hurt Israel, it's like they're doing it to God. It's like they're doing it to the Most High. Just like the Messiah said, ye have feed me, you gave me drink, and you did all these things to the littlest of me, you have done it to me. So imagine them just mistreating his whole nation. Yeah, we deserve it. Yeah, for sure. But anytime the Most High allows the wicked to do what they do, guess what they gonna do? Overmuch. They gonna overdo it. So that wickedness is gonna reach to the top. And then the Most High gonna pour out his fury. Verse 8. Oh, remember not against us former iniquities. Let thy tender mercies that we spoke about last time speedily prevent us, for we are brought very low. Help us, O Yah, our salvation, for the glory of thy name, and deliver us and purge away our sins for thy name's sake. Purge away thy sins for thy name's sake. Now who do we ask forgiveness for? In the name of who? For his name's sake. Because he came in his Father's name. Wherefore should the heathen say, where is thy God? Let him be known among the heathen in our sight by the revenging of the blood of thy servants, which is shed. It's unfortunate. That's how a lot of people going to have to find out who the Most High is. Through wrath and through judgment. It's going to be too late. For the nations and for Israel. This goes for anybody. Let the sighing of the prisons come before thee according to the greatness of thy power. Preserve thou those that are appointed to die. And render unto our neighbors sevenfold into their bosom their reproach, wherewith they have reproached thee, O Yah. You see that? They gonna get it 7 times over. Because it's like they doing it to the Most High. So we, thy people and sheep of thy pasture, will give thee thanks forever. We will show forth thy praise to all generations. Con. With that, I'm going to cut it, man. We will show forth thy praise to all generations. And with that, I'm going to say hallelujah. All praise to the Most High. The water for everybody that be tuning in and stuff like that. Check out the music. You know what I'm saying? Lost Jewels just came out. Time Chamber coming out. I'm gonna say December. I don't got an official date, but December. Yeah, Time Chamber coming real soon. Then after that, I'm gonna give y'all the fake New Year. It's not New Year, but going into the next Gregorian year, I'm gonna drop another album too. My this one gonna be for the Aquats, for the sisters. You feel me? This ain't no fairy tale. And with that, peace and blessings to y'all.